Next, let's look at how we can add effects. So in our effects panel, we have three important features. First, we can apply transitions. These can be between stills, video, or audio. A good practice is to stick with simple transitions unless there's a specific or special Ken Burns style effect you're looking for. So let me show you some places I've identified where we might want to include a transition. So here we have a clip and we've just zoomed in. So that's not a bad transition. We're in the same location. It's not a jump for the viewer. But between this clip and this clip, we have a bit of a jump there. We've changed location, we've changed activity. So I can experiment with adding a transition there. So I'm going to select the dissolve, and we're going to zoom in on the timeline so you can see that a little bit better. And so you can see this orange right here is that dissolve. And so let's just play through that and see what we have right now. And so, we've got a little bit of an overlap here. And so to decrease that, so you're not getting that kind of double screen, you can decrease the duration. And so let's play this through again. There we go. So a nice, quick, but smooth transition. Now, for that type of transition, I would encourage you to stay along the top row. These bottom ones are, again, really for if you're going through some special effect. Now let's talk about another transition where we probably don't need one. And I'm going to move down to this clip. So in this clip, let's just watch. And so that's a smooth transition. We don't need to add anything in there. Next, let's look at the pan and zoom. And to do that, I'm going to show you an example of an image I added. And so oftentimes you'll be in a situation where you need to add still images, but you want them to have a little bit of movement. And this is a great time to use that pan and zoom. So I just have this photo and I've added the pan and zoom to it. And you can see it's been toggled on. And what I did was add the start point and then this end point. Let me take that off and show you again how we created that. So here's our clip. And let's just add that pan and zoom back. And you can see here's our start and we can manipulate where that's going to be. And then there's our end. So you get both kind of a pan and a zoom effect to it. Finally, let's look at how we can use AutoReframe. So I'm going to zoom all the way out on our timeline. And I'm going to say that, well, we thought we were going to do a horizontal video, but now we need it square. So I'm going to change my sequence aspect ratio to square. Now, this technique works with this as well as if you have a horizontal project but bring in a vertical video and need to kind of reframe the content. So if you accidentally shoot your video vertical when it should be horizontal, use this same method. So I'm going to turn on AutoReframe. I'm going to open this up. And so Adobe is automatically reframing the content so the main action stays in the center. And so let's watch this clip. Turn that on, and that content's been reframed. Adobe does a really good job of reframing these clips, but I always think it's a good idea to personally go through each one and just make sure that you like the reframing. Whether it's the case of what we did, where we've changed our sequence aspect ratio, or when you bring in a horizontal or vertical into the opposite project. So those are your 3 different effects you can use on your video.